everybody, this is Jody with Jody's Kitchen. Today I'm going to be making some shredded pork, or some people like to call it pulled pork, and it's going to go on some sandwiches. This is going to slow cook all day long, and it is going to be so tender. I just love this stuff. Pour on some barbecue sauce, or if you don't like that, just put on some seasonings or let it go dry. It's up to you. Anyways, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that, and we'll put it together. And it's 100% organic. So let's get started. Okay, what we're going to be making today is some shredded pork, or pulled pork, you know. And what I have here is, I'm going to get this undone, but I just wanted to show you. This is the pork loin that I'm going to be using. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get that out of the package, put it in here, cover it with some water, and then I am just going to let it go all day long until it is like super, super tender, and it just falls apart on its own. You touch it with the fork and it'll go phew. So I'll put that in there and I'll show you guys that here in a second. Okay, as you can see, I put my pork loin in there. It's a boneless one, you know. I also, again, you know, you want to make sure there's no added hormones or steroids administered to this, you know, and, you know, no antibiotics, you know, and making sure that they're not being fed GMO grains or, you know, whatever they're being fed. You know, and I'm talking that, you know, not just for pork. I'm talking, you know, beef, cows, you know, what have you. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some salt on this, because you got to do that. And then you've got to fill up the water to about right here, just about an inch from the top, depending on the size of your pork loin here. And then what's going to happen is you're just going to let it sit all day. You're going to set it and forget it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do that. And let's. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to be kind of generous with this, but not too generous. Pour some salt on. And then poured all of my water on top there. That was perfect. Now all I'm going to do is just go ahead and put my lid on, set it on high, and we're good to go. And this will take about, I don't know, this can take anywhere from 6 to 8 to 10 hours. It just really all depends. So we will see. Okay, this has been in for quite a while. Look at this. It is starting to pull apart, and that's fine. Gonna let it pull apart some more. Look at that, just how, oh, it looks like it can melt in your mouth already. That's okay. What we're gonna do is just pull it apart just a little bit. Let the juices get running through every bit of it. Soften it even some more. And then I'll pull this out of here and let it cool just a little bit so it's easy to cut it up. Okay, I got a bowl here with my colander. I'm draining the shredded beef into, so I can get rid of that liquid. Ugh. Whew. This is some hot stuff, I tell ya. This is going to be perfect just to chop up. It is. It's going to be absolutely wonderful. So I'm just going to let that drain for a little bit. And then I'll show you how to chop it up and make, people call it pulled pork. I like shredded, and I chop it up, so it just makes it even much better. that much better. And it is really, really tender. I mean, it's just falling apart, and that's what we wanted. So that when you go to bite into your hamburger bun with that on it, it is just gonna melt in your mouth. So we'll be back in just a moment. I got it out here on my cutting board, and with this, you're just chopping up any of the big pieces. It's real easy, and you know, when you cook this in a crock pot, you won't even lose volume. See, and if you remember right, the roast itself had a pretty good size thickness of a layer of fat on top. See, now, you know, nobody wants to bite into just a big bunch of fat. So we're going to chop that all in with it. Now, you know, if you wanted to, you could have taken that off. But I find it is rather yummy mixed in with everything. Not so much as, you know, by itself. I don't think I could. But, so you're going to cut one way and then cut the other. Like this. And I know I've got an overloaded carving board, and that's okay. My counters are clean, and so is my carving board. And we're going to get that taken care of here real shortly. I won't let you see that mess, because it's going to be a mess trying to get this back into the pot. So I put them back in the pot and add a little bit of seasonings and some barbecue sauce. Okay, and you're not going to need a lot of barbecue sauce. I'll put about anywhere from a half a cup to a cup. And you'll find that that is plenty. You know, some people like it really, really dripping with the sauce. Go right ahead. I don't like it really dry. This right here I would consider really dry, so I'm going to add just a little bit more barbecue sauce. About a half cup's worth. It just all depends on the size of the roast that you put in here. You know, sometimes I can get away with just a half a cup. But this was a rather large one. And this is so good. And it's great. The family will love it. I mean, I see this better than, you know, a sloppy Joe any day. But what you're going to do is you're going to just take it, and I use ice cream scoops, and I scoop it onto the bun, and then I pour more barbecue sauce on it. See, not everybody likes that much. So, you know, you're just giving them a taste. And if you don't want to put any sauce in it, don't. This right here was just basically a last minute thing I decided to do. So, once you get this on your bun, oh, it is just going to be so amazing. See, like this right here? It is really, really moist. You think it looks dry? No. That is super moist. Okay. I gotta wait for my buns to come out of the oven, and then I'll put this all together, plate it, and show you how it's done.